The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, good morning. My name is Rosie Coronado, and thank you for joining today's webinar. And in today's webinar, we will be getting a nice overview, hopefully, about Produmex WMS. Produmex WMS warehouse management system is here for you to increase your warehouse efficiency and productivity. In today's session, we're going to go a little bit of introduction, the key benefits, the function and features, an overview. I will go into this system and give you a nice overview, and then we're going to cover licensing. Just a little about Boyum IT. Boyum IT was founded in 1997. The headquarters are in Denmark. We have 140 plus international employees. As you most likely know, we are all over the world. I'm based out of the US. That's why I say good morning. In your case, most likely it's already afternoon. Our vision statement is to inspire companies to achieve sustainable growth and a competitive advantage. We really want the system to work for you. We want to make sure you have all the tools that makes your company grow if you run SAP Business One. A little bit story about Boyum. As I said, it was founded in 1997. You see a lot of dates right here, but we acquired BAS Manufacturing in 2016, and in 2018 we acquired Produmex WMS. Produmex. We also have a scan solution in WMS. So what really our goal is for you to have a one-man stop to get the solutions you need. So you run SAP Business One, you have a manufacturing company, you can come to us. We have a solution for you. If you need a warehouse management solution, we have a solution for you. So what you see on the next slide is our products. You might know the B1 usability package, which is where you can customize your SAP Business One in a very simple way without you needing any development knowledge. It's where you can do screen design, you can do validations in a very simple way, you can automate your processes. Print and delivery is a great tool where you can send emails out automatically. You can do mass delivery. You can schedule emails. You don't even have to touch it anymore. You can schedule the emails and they go out whenever you would like to. You can send them out hourly. You can send them out daily, monthly, whatever fits your company's need. MailChimp is an integration to MailChimp. If this is something your customer, your company uses, it's definitely worth looking at it because you can upload all your contacts from SAP Business One to MailChimp. Then we have our CRM for Outlook solution, which is also a wonderful tool where you can do sales orders, quotations, activities, etc. in Outlook without even logging into SAP, as long as the server is up anywhere in the world. Then we have a credit card solution and BAS Manufacturing and Produmex WMS and Produmex CAN. The difference with Produmex CAN and WMS is a full-blown warehouse management system. Produmex CAN is a solution any customer who does SAP inventory transaction can use that. Because instead of them running to a PC and do a delivery or do a receipt, etc., they can do it on a scanner. With the WMS, it's a full-blown warehouse management system where you can set up zones, bins, you can print labels, which you can do with Produmex can do, but we'll go over this in a minute. So the key benefits, of course, is barcoding. Streamline your warehouse transactions. A flexible warehouse zone and bin structure, batch and serial number transactions. What's going to happen is that you can process more transactions. It's real time, of course, so your system is always up to date. You're in the warehouse, you don't have to run around and run to a PC, as I mentioned earlier. You can go, you have your scanner, you can do everything from your scanner. And then, of course, this will increase customer satisfaction. And this is something everybody wants. You know, customer service is the key. Customer satisfaction is the key. You want them to order from you again. And then, of course, enhanced traceability. If you have batches, batch number traceability, you can pull up a report and click on the batch and you know everything what happened to this batch. Function and features, here is a list. Of course, there's a lot of it. Hopefully today I will give you a good idea. What you can do is, of course, we cannot cover everything. But of course, if you need a detailed demo after this, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to do so, and we can concentrate on your industry also. There's also function and features, and we also have extensive modules like weight scale integration with Produmex EDI, and 3PL processing support. Of course, we support the GS1 and SSCC label printing, where you can do on the shipping containers. The next slide I really like a lot. This is like a warehouse. It's a picture of a warehouse, and this is always good when you set up WMS. Go to your warehouse, pull up a picture like that. What is it? So this is your company. You have a warehouse, you have bins, you have docks, you have several docks here. You see 2 on the right, 2 on the left. You have movable locations. If your company or your customer's company work with movable location, absolutely WMS will support it. There's a packing line, weight room, and so on. Maybe you have a silo tank, depending what the industry you are in. And then you have a production line. So this is all supported with WMS. So you can really use that solution to have everything in SAP Business One for you. Licensing, you need a Produmex professional license add-on. Because it is an add-on within SAP Business One. So you can run the add-on in SAP Business One, and of course then the terminal device licenses. Okay. It's real time. Just to let you know that you do not have to sync anything. The beauty is I do something in the warehouse, I'm receiving stuff in, I'm going to the packing line, and as soon I post something on my scanner, it flows into your SAP Business One. It's real time, and this is what you really want. You don't want to sync. You want to make sure that, you want to make sure the data is correct in your system. So if I go in as a manager and I run a report, I know everything is already in there. And that's the beauty of a warehouse management system, because you don't have to run to a PC and do it manually, and then you know there's people gonna forget to put stuff in or pull the wrong data and so on. So let's go into SAP Business One. Just so you show you Produmex WMS for SAP Business One extends the standard functionality and supports the shop floor. If you go in here, add-on and add-on manager, there is my Produmex WMS solution. It's connected, and what's the beauty is once it's connected, you would never know it's a solution on top of SAP Business One, because it's integrated so well with SAP Business One. And you see it right here. You have another menu called Produmex. Once the add-on is installed, so if you go right here, Produmex, you have several menus right here. And the first thing what you really do, and this always goes back to the last slide I just showed you, you're gonna set up your organization. And that's the most important thing. So the organizational structure. So you see right here, I have my company right here. This is my company. And what you see here, there is a lot of setup tabs. So you set it up for whatever works for you. You have many options. You make the system work for you. Okay, so you have a general tab, as you probably used to a lot of times. There is a default tab. When I do a goods receipt label, this is what I'm gonna use. Shipping label, I'm gonna use this label. So I have everything set up here. Then you have an extension perimeter. What this is, you can say, okay, let's go to, for example, to the pick. It's not this one. I always forget which one I want to show. So production, pick list, proposal generator. So there's a pick list proposal generator. Then you have several options. Okay, you can say allow broken up bombs, force the proposed batch. You can say yes or no. Show pick list proposal info screen in incomplete proposal. So you choose what you would like your setup to be. And as you see right here, you have many options. That's how flexible it is. So you have so many options to make it work for you. So we try to have everything covered. So it works exactly the way you want it to work. Okay, for this example, the serial number controller, always entering serial numbers in uppercase. So there's a lot of people, I've seen it, I used to implement SAP Business One, they like the uppercases. So it's here, it's a simple thing, but I want you to see there's a lot of setup options for you. Okay, there's my production, there is my SSCC, the serial shipping container code. So the system creates it automatically for you. And you see right here, I put a start range in there, and this is my end range. And once you do a delivery, it creates the SSCC for you. Okay. And here are your default reports. And that's really a beauty. And you guys are familiar with SAP Business One. These are where my reports are located, and those are the reports I'm using when I do a sales delivery note, a shipping label, and so on. So here are my report setups, and then my print events. So when I do a shipping sales delivery, I'm gonna use this event. I created events, and I'm gonna do a number of copies. One, of course, you can do two, like you're kind of used to it in SAP Business One. So you have the automatic printing, and you will see it once I go into the system and into the scanner. And then you have zone types and so on. Zone types is really nice. Just think about it. If you have items, food items, they need to go in the freezer. So you set up your zone types to make sure they go in the correct zone. They go in the freezer. Otherwise, it's going to get spoiled, or a refrigerator. Okay, and so on. So you have a lot of options to set up your general settings right here on the company level. Okay, so once this is set up, then if I expand this, so you see I have set up my warehouses. So then you go, okay, I have my warehouses set up here. And you see the beauty is I have a warehouse, I have my printers in this warehouse. Oh, I made a change. I have a printer, I have certain scanners in that warehouse. And if you see right here, then I have zones. And under the zones, I have put away zones. It's depending on what you need. Okay. And under the put away zones, I have bins. Let me just pull one up. And then you go to your bin locations and you say, okay, this is a zone. This is an active bin location. This is not a pick location. So you tell the system what you want it to be. You have the flexibility. Okay. You can also say, okay, allow location to be counted during a cycle count. allow location to be counted doing other operation. So you tell WMS how do you want to have your locations, your bin locations set up. Okay, and right here, this is like a put away. This is a put away zone. I have one set up here. So you go through that. You, like I said, I go back to this one. I'm gonna pull it up one more time. You can have your organization structure right here on a screen, and then you go back to SAP Business One and you set it up right here. This is what we need. Okay, so if I go, for example, to the refrigerator zone, and I'm pulling up a bin location here. And what's the beauty is, this one, for example, is active. This is a pick location. And this is a fixed location. You see, like this one is not a fixed location. I don't have it checked. But if I go here, this is a fixed location. And that means it can be replenished, but this is the item code that goes to this location. Of course, you can have more than one item code. And that's also very nice, because once you receive items in, it won't let them put them to another location. It's this one has a fixed location. It needs to go here. Okay, this is cheese, for example, and this again, it goes back. Let's go back to the food industries, because maybe you need to put it in the freezer. Okay, this is the location where my freezer is, and so on. So you have a lot of setups to do. You have the flexibility to do setups on the zones, you have on the bins, and so on. And as you see also right here, you can have more than one warehouse. Maybe here I have a transit warehouse. This is just a transit warehouse. Okay, and each warehouse can have their own settings, different printers, different scanner. This one has a touch screen device, and so on. Okay, so this is, I mean, like as I said, I could go on and on, but this is the main thing. You have your structure going, your organizational structure. You set up your warehouses. You put the devices underneath you're going to use in this warehouse. You put your zones. You put your locations and your bins under your organizational structure. Once this is done, then you go in here and I'm going to come back to this menu. There's a lot of reports you can run. Actually, very nice report, nice inventory reports. So I got to go out of here. Inventory reports that tells you what's going on with an item. There is sales, open sales orders, and so on. So you have a whole menu here for managing your warehouse processes. But then let's go into inventory and to the item master. And what I love about that, it's a little bit slow. Let me pull one up. And you're all familiar with the item master, and I'm gonna go to, let's go to raisins. This is food. So here is my items. It's an inventory item, sales item, and you're all familiar with this. But you see right here, I have a Produmex tab, and within the Produmex tab, I do have different tabs. Okay, so there's several things you can set up. Of course, unit of measure, you guys are familiar with that, but maybe it has a best before date. Because it's food item, it needs to have a best before date. Okay. You see right here, zone type code. So remember the zone types you saw on the organization structure. So this one needs to be under temperature between 15 and 25 Celsius. The system verifies when you store the item whether it can be stored in this zone. And it prevents, as I said earlier, the item from being stored in a different zone. So that's very, very important, especially in the food industry. And as I said, maybe something needs to be cooled, a certain temperature, and so on. This is the default location zone code right here. So what you see here for each warehouse and the item, the default location zone is shown as information for you. This is where it should go. Okay, so again, on the item level, you have a lot of flexibility, and you tell it, okay, I really want it to go, it needs to go there, otherwise it's going to spoil my food. You know, sometimes people, like I just went to a customer, they had they're using WMS, they were very happy with it, but they also have like a truck that has to have certain temperature, because if you deliver food, it gotta have a certain temperature. Then on the sales side, you have a different perimeter also, shelf life delivery. So this, it specifies the minimum remaining shelf life in days for an item from the moment it is outside the responsibility of the manufacturer. Okay? So this is the actual period that the product is physically present at the customer and can be sold to the end customer. Okay? And this is defined by the best before date. It means that the product will need to stay good at the retailer for at least a specific number of days. And you know, that goes back when you go to a store, you know, I do it. When you go to a store, of course, you know, best before, every article has to have the date on that. Okay. Right here, like enter reason if you return something and so on. So there's a lot of stuff you can set up here. Okay, there's, for example, allow multiple batches on a sales document. So maybe you don't want multiple batches. Maybe you go one batch at a time. Again, this is on the sales side. On the purchasing side, there's again shelf life reception, and this is this, you can do it by individual, you can set it by individual customers or by countries. When you receive a product from, and I don't have nothing down here, you can set it up here. You can do it by specific customers also. So what is the shelf life? In my case, shelf life, it's 360 days. Okay. So you can do it, as I said, you can put it right here, or let's say, okay, if I get it from this customer, it's going to be a little bit different, or from a different country, which is, of course, very common because it has a longer travel time. Then we have also production, then we have catch weight. If you're into production, catch weight attributes you can set up. You see right here, bag, pallet, origin of countries is required. In this one, for example, I have it required. And I have a list of countries entered in there. And then we, of course, select 3PL 3PL functions. Okay, so here we go again. Sales, you have your sales tab, you have your purchasing tab, and right here the 2-year expire when it expires in 2 years once I receive it in here. I think I told you wrong here. The shelf life reception is really the minimum number of days the product will have to remain sellable from the moment the system receives the product into inventory. So this is this one. I was talking about this one over here. So, but then again, you see the flexibility you have on where you can put the shelf life numbers in there to make sure you have products in the system that are good. Okay. So as you saw, you have a bunch flexibility on the item master. You have it on the organization structure and so on. And once you have it all ready to go, you can actually, let's go in here. Let's run a couple transactions. I'm just going to put in a really quick purchase order for you. And let's use actually the raisins. They should... let's go in here and I'm gonna pick an item and let's use this one actually. And let's say we do 5 bags. And of course it it does support the unit of measure types, of course. So I'm going to say, okay, so I'm going to bring in 5 bags. It all looks good, and I'm going to add it. So, and as soon as I pull up my scanner, I can see that order. So let's say I'm out in the warehouse. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going here, and let's look at this menu. It's a very broad menu, but of course you can decide. Let's say I'm the receiver. I shouldn't see any sales or maybe logistics menu. You can of course set this the way you want it. But let's go like on the purchasing side. You have receive items in, put away, purchase return. You can do a cross docking if you have bulk reception. Okay. uh, uh, advanced shipping notice received from warehouse. So you have all these different menus right here. You can do straight out from the scanner. Okay. This is just for purchasing. If I go to sales, you see I can pick, I can multi-picking, I can do zone picking. There is so many different picking types, and you're probably aware of it. Ad hoc picking, and then it goes on. Mobile packing, shipping, sales return you can do. Remember, I had a setting over there on the sales return. If you do a return, you got to put a reason. Why did I return it? Just a simple example. And then you can do bulk shipping, and it goes on. As long you have this error, that means the menu goes on. Okay, combined packed SSCCs, reduce sales delivery hook, and so on. And there's so many options you can do. But you have the menu that fits your customer's need. You choose whatever they need, and this is when you implement it, you know they need this, this, and that. Okay, and then you have the logistic. You're gonna move inventory, and then if you click on move, you have ad hoc movement, move order, and so on. And you see so many different menu. Then you go to inventory. Of course, one of the favorites is always the inventory counting, the cycle counting. Okay, print item level. You can do it straight from here too. Change quality status. So in any menu, those are your main menus, but within all these menus, you can go drill and have many options what you would like to do. So what we're gonna do, let's keep it simple. So I'm gonna go to purchasing, and I'm gonna go and receive something in. So first, it's gonna ask me, okay, where do you want to receive it in? Okay, those are my receiving locations. So I'm going to receive it in doc 1, for example. So I'm on doc 1, I'm going to receive it in. So you can select, now you can filter this from GSI, a barcode, from an order, or you don't have a PO, you just do a standalone, receive items in. You can have a container. For example, you have several purchase orders, and it comes in a container. Happens a lot when you go overseas. Of course, they're not going to ship it individual. They give you a container, and the container has a bunch of purchase orders of yours in there. So you have those options. So we're gonna say we're gonna do it from an order. So the list of order comes up right here. I know mine is 800. It's right here. Okay, or you just type in 800. If you have a barcode, you can type it in. There is my order. Okay, and I'm gonna click next. Then it tells me, it's gonna say you have identical logs units. If you have more than one unit and they're identical, you can choose that, but we only have one. So I'm gonna click on now, identical logs. Then it's gonna say the logistic carrier. What was my logistic carrier? Did it come in a pallet? Did it come in a carton? Those are the 3 I have, or in a Euro pallet. I'm just going to choose carton, makes a little bit more sense, okay, since they're just resins, and I'm going to choose that. So now you can scan the product. Of course, I only have one product. I can do select product. Oh, but if you have, so you start scanning the product. So I have a scanner here attached to my computer, and I'm scanning the product, and I'm going to select it. And here are the raisins. This is my product. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. So it's gonna create an automatic batch number. You see, identify batch number. Of course, I can type it in, but I want to do it automatically. Makes sense. This is my batch number. It is the date, but it's a little bit off minus. Actually, what this is the expiration date basically, because I have 2 years and today is, I don't know what it is. I forgot, but it's something to do with the date. I forgot how I have it set up, but this is my batch number. Okay, and then you go down here, it's 50 kilos because I have 5, I did a quantity of 5 and there are 10 kilo bags. So I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep next and see the beauty. So they enter best before that. So it's really, it's 2 days, 2 years from today. That's what I have it set up. Of course, you can change it. That's my best before that. And that's beauty because it follows through it on the traceability and all this stuff. You always know what's the best before that. We're going to be perfect. So here you see enter the country region code. Remember I had it set on this item. I want the country region code. I put in all those countries. I think I have more. No, I don't. Let's say I'm going to get it from Greece. Okay, well, doesn't matter. So now it's gonna ask you, so how many? Of course, you can do just 10 kilos, or maybe you do how many bags. So you can do 50 kilos. Look, those are my unit of measure types. Or maybe I do 5 bags, like I said on my purchase orders. Okay, and I'm gonna click next. So those are 50 kilos. It does it for me. Okay, and I'm gonna click next. So now I'm gonna say go to the printer. Say, okay, I want you to go to the print, and I want you to print me the label. Remember on the organizational structure, I had several things set up to print labels or a goods receipt in my case, and I'm gonna show it to you quick what it looks like. You have those reports, and I clicked on email. Like I clicked on email, I'm gonna send it to somebody. It makes more sense when I do deliveries. But what does it give me here? There we go. I received in my bulk raisins, best before date. You have your batch lot number. You see that my batch number, it created automatically. And you see right here, there is my label. Okay. And you see the country of origin is Greece. And you see right here, what you see right here, this is my barcode from the item. This is my best before date. Those are 10 and this is my batch number. So you have everything in your label right here. Okay. So if I go out here, let me close this out. Let me close this out. Okay, I'm gonna cancel this one, and I'm gonna go back, and it should have booked it. Let me see. Refresh it. There we go. You see right here. It booked it and it closed out my purchase order. And if I go here, you see right here, goods receipt. And what's the beauty is also when you go in here, I'm going to show you some reports. I've received something in the inventory report. If I go to my item, let's pull up this item. I have so many items. This inventory report is really neat. You see right here, you have all, you see the status of those items. Those is the item code. There's my barcodes, of course. And then you see best before dates. You see right here on this inventory report. And you see right here the SSCC code that was created, and this was my receiving dog. It was released, and these are my 50 kilograms right here. So you can, that was London, yes, and you can follow everything right here from this report. That's a great report to run, inventory report. Also, if I go to, let me do this batch number. me try to copy this. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back in a minute again. If I go to reports, there's the traceability report. There is, let's see if I have, let's go to the item again. Bulk resins, and oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry about that. So here's my traceability report. And if I have a bunch of batches in here already, you see right here, there's my goods receipt. And once we do a delivery, you would have him on delivery. You see everything on this batch number. Okay. I don't have any deliveries. For example, right, this one, I got 3 purchasing delivery notes. So that's when we talk about traceability. WMS will give you the reports you need. And, you know, on this day and age, you need traceability for everything. But let's do a sales order really quick. Just for, I'm going to run out of time otherwise. Let me do a sales order. And I'm going to do it to, let's try to do the bulk raisins also. I have so many in there, but so I'm just gonna do 1 bag, and I'm going to add this. So I have this report, and of course you can do, you can create a pick list as a bulk, of course, down here. But in this case, let's click on here and click create pick list proposal. There we go. I'm gonna look at it, and I said generate pick list. A pick list was created. There is my pick list. It's 14465. It's wave 14465. And that's also, you can do wave picking. So you can do several pick lists in one wave. Okay, that's something that's absolutely available. So you can say, okay, I have 10 pick lists and I have a movable location, for example. So I'm going with my card and I'm going to walk around and I'm going to do wave picking. So you can absolutely do that too. So I created the pick list. I'm going in here and let's go to my sales. So as you saw earlier, we have a lot of stuff you can do here. So I'm going to click on picking. Okay, and you see I have several in here, but I have this one here I just created. I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible, but hopefully you get a good idea. Of course, you can type in the pick list right here too and look for it. You see right here, this is my wave right here, and I'm going to pick it. Let me close this out so it's not so busy back there. So I have 2 in here. I think I picked something earlier. So let's choose this one. So you can say identify movable location, and I don't have a movable location. I'm just going to pick it. Okay. So again, you can put in the barcode, and it needs the SSCC. My bad. I did the item barcode. This is my SSCC. Remember the one that was created on the bottom, that 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember I had like a starting range and an ending range. So I'm going to put it in here. And what I have to do, I don't have it on a barcode. So I have to do it manually. So I put in my SSCC. This is the serial shipping container code. And it's running. I don't know why it's running so long. The items have been picked. So I'm going to click OK. So it's under, I put it under gross stock. They must have my default. So picked pallet is under gross stock. So it's gonna do the shipping label, and I'm gonna show it to you quick, and I'm gonna just pretend I'm gonna email it. And there it opens up my email. And I want you to see the PDF. There we go. And you see right here, there's my document. It's from global trading to the customer. There's my SSCC, and you see the bulk raisins. Best before that, it has everything on there. Your batch number. Again, There's my SSCC code right here on the bottom, and on top there's my label where it tells me the batch number, it tells me the barcode of the item, the date, and so on. Okay, so you have everything right here, and you can actually print this out, of course, and put it on your shipping container. Okay, and I'm going to click OK. And there is another one. There's another one, and let's just do this one really quick, since I think I picked it earlier. And then we're gonna go ahead and ship it. Okay. Okay. So if I go back now, if I go back right here, and I'm gonna say shipping, I'm not gonna save this one. That was the other shipping. So I'm going to say shipping. And I think it was in cross stock. I forgot, but I think it was in cross stock. And I'm gonna pull the pick list. There is a pick list. Okay, so that's where it is. I'm gonna pick it, and there's two here. Remember, I did two of them. So I'm gonna go in here. Again, I'm gonna just do this one. I'm gonna scan the S, and remember, you will scan that. I just don't have that. I don't have a barcode for this SSCC. You scan it. I could have printed it. That the PDF you saw, I could have printed it and scanned it in. And then this SSCC has been loaded. Let's do this one too. And I'm gonna put it in here. Adding sales delivery note to SAP. And it might take a few minutes. So what I did, I loaded two of them because I had another one earlier, and getting reports to send to printer. Okay, so what's gonna happen here, if I look at the sales order, it's closed out. And let's look at the report. I always like to click on email. It just always makes it a little bit easier. And it's most likely the same report. We looked at it earlier, and I'm sorry, my PDF, I gotta update it. And there we go, there's your delivery note. Okay, there's your delivery note, there's the item bulk resin, and I apologize, I did twice the same, but I think you get an idea. I split it up for some reason, and there is best before that, they of course have the same thing. So that's your delivery note, and it's shipped. And if you go back to SAP Business One, you also see right here, it's closed out. So you can do everything on the scanner. And as you said, I mean, this was very straightforward, but you can do wave picking. I have nothing in there, unfortunately. There's no wave selected, but you can do wave picking and so on. Okay, so let's go back before we go to Q&As right here. And of course, you can do cycle counting. You saw that already. Let's go to the reports. Let's go back to the traceability report. And I'm going to pull up that item one more time, the raisins. It's bulk raisins, I believe. And let me expand it here. Let's see if this was one, the purchasing. There's no deliveries. Which one did I deliver? So anyways, I think you get a good idea. You can see all the traceability right here. There we go. There was some stock movements. So you can just click on it. Then we also have an open document report. Again, open document report. Let's see what we have in here. I'm going to pull it up by the item again. I'm going to see, do I have any pick lists open? There we go. Those are my open pick lists. Okay. For this, I have several out there still, and you could see it on the scanner. So you have some you have some really nice reports in here, then you can make a new wave. So you maybe, for example, this one's on the same wave right here. You see that? You can make a new wave, or you close documents from here. You can make bulk changes, and you can open document reports. You have all these different document types available. Okay. And then, of course, the inventory report. Then you have also the open sales order report. Those are my open sales order report. And then you can really do generate pick list proposal from here. You can do it as a bulk. I did it just by right clicking because I wanted you to see it just one by one, so it's not so busy. But of course, you can generate the pick list proposal as a bulk, okay, and pick lists. Let's see what else I have here. Purchasing, open sales orders. That's the one I just showed you. There was another one. We do support routes. I have nothing set up, I think. Let me see if I have something in here. So if you customer you can set up routes. This is really neat. If you deliver goods to a customer, they can really say, for example, right here that you put the card code and the addresses, because then the truck knows where to go first, what makes the most sense. To save the most times. Or you need an item, another order came in, maybe you put it on the truck last minute. Hey, listen, I just got this order in and you're going to this route, and you can do route planning and add some more stuff or change the route a little bit. So this is also very nice to have if you have trucks that go out there, because you have totally oversight. Okay, how am I gonna plan this route? Because I got some more orders in there. And right now I have this pick list on there, but I maybe need to add something, or I'll take something off and put it on a different route because we made some changes. So something keep in mind that is available too. Yeah, I think that's basically. Let me go back to the scanner one more time because I like it so much. I want to go back to logistics. You can move inventory, cycle counting, without task, with task. You can select the location, for example. So let's do this one. And then all you have to do is just start scanning, count everything, count only the SSCCs. It's depending on your company. Okay. And then you can go ahead, cycle count, scan SSCC, no SSCC, scan a product. And then you can start scanning in the products like as you're used to it. And then select the product. And then you just put in, I think it didn't recognize this, or it cannot be stored in this location. And that's nice too. And I have so many locations out there. This item shouldn't be just stored in this location. Remember, the resins have their own location, so it will tell you. And that's the beauty also when you have the location set up. This item needs to go to a certain location. If the user wants to put it somewhere else, it wouldn't even let them. Okay. That's it. I think I can open it up to Q&As. I know it was a very broad overview, but I hope you get an idea what you can do with Produmex double MS by Boyum. You really can manage your warehousing in a very simple way, very powerful way, and the beauty is it's real time. Always keep in mind it's real time. You don't have to sync anything. You put it in the system in SAP. If somebody's out in the warehouse, they see it, your order, or vice versa. Okay? So I need to, and can you put it in the chat, or let me. Is there any questions? If you have a prospect, or if you have somebody with a certain industry. Of course, this was very broad, can be the food industry or whatever. Um, of course, we'll be more than happy to help you with the I have a question. Somebody's raising your hand. Let me see if I can unmute you. We will be more than happy to help you with demos also. That's what we are here for. It's pretty. Hold on. I'm going to try to read your question. Okay. It needs, yeah, it does need an indirect license. And Christian, I think that's something you always know better on the products. It does need an indirect license, and the license for Produmex is per device. Okay, so what you saw on the scanner, that's per device. So let's say I'm on a scanner and I'm sharing it with somebody. I can log into the scanner or the other user, and you only buy a license per device. And with SAP, yes, with the indirect license. And I'm gonna pull up this one. Anything else? Any other questions or comments? There is another one, but I think oh, there's one. We are from, Czech Republic. I love Czech Republic. I'm from Austria. We are neighbors. I'm 45 minutes from there. I gotta check on that. I wouldn't know that. If there's Czech, that's what you want, right? Czech language. I need to check on this. Okay. Okay, let me make a note. Czech language. And who is asking? I'm gonna write this down. And then I'm gonna give you a document about license, Christiane, and then I'm gonna get it out. What is the oh gosh, you know what? There's really no limit on devices. We have really big customers. The installation, it depends how complex they are, and this is something. It's really the installation is really, it could be straightforward. I mean, you maybe need 40 days, I don't know. It depending how complex your customer is. And this is really something we are more than happy to help you if you guys say, hey, Rosie, we have this implementation. This is what it takes, because I would go with our team and say, okay, what do you think? What is a normal implementation on this, unless they go outside the scope? It really depends on the size, on how many people you have to train, the complexity set up. As you saw, there's so much to it, and depending what all they need. Yeah, yes, go ahead. I'm more than happy to write an email. Oh, this product master. Yes, there are plans. Very good question. We are planning, you're absolutely correct, and I believe this is coming out I don't want to say that, I don't want to, about the warehouses. We are planning that Produmex and best manufacturing work very smoothly together. Just to let you know, we do have several customers live already. They're using Produmex WMS and also best manufacturing, and they are running very well. So we do have experience, we do have customers. So that's absolutely our goal, that both of them work very well together. Very good question. We do have live customers. So if this is something you're very interested in, contact us. because we can also maybe set up a call on that. We have several live on that. Yes, yes, we are working on that. I'm trying to read the license. So, okay, that was the best. I think I got them all. I will check on the language. Ooh, the price, depending where you're at, I do not have the European pricing. This is something Christian can send you. And as somebody else said, this, installation, I'll keep reading this out. Christian can send you the price list. I don't have the European price list. I'm based out the US, so I'm from Europe. Yes, and you can, let me open something up here. I have such a hard time reading this. Oh, yes, we do have, I think we have a demo database. Guys, if you want to try it out, if you're a partner, you absolutely can try, have it anyway. We can give you a database, you can mess around, and you can also have the installation done as I did right here. So you have also this emulator, so you can play around with it. And absolutely. Also to let you know, we do have a world tour going on. If this is something you really want to get into it, I would highly recommend to look at our website and just Google Boyum 2019 World Tour, because we do have WMS World Tour going on, where you get access to an e-learning program. Okay, we have a lot of promotion on that. If you join a world tour, Christian can tell you what else you get. You get the free e-learning. You go to the course. It's a week course, 5-day course, where we teach you how to implement WMS. It's very customers, partners like it very much. I have been myself to one. It's really, you will learn a lot. It really will open up your eyes. Okay, this is what's important when I implement that. So check it out on that. And I make sure Christian maybe sends you guys email on that also, where the next one is. Okay, I'm gonna check on the Polish language too. I got this. This is awesome. So international. I absolutely love it. I don't even want to leave. I gotta check on the cloud, what we are supporting on the cloud side. I'll be honest with you, because there is some with SAP Cloud. I gotta check on that. And who was the question? I'm gonna do. Yes, pharmaceutical industry, it's a good fit for that. Actually, you saw my database. I do have pharma on there. I probably have items in there. Yes. So what I'm going to do really quick, you all have Christian's number. I'm gonna put my email here also, Christian, if you don't mind. This is my email number, my email address, sorry. So if there's any questions, or I have some notes here, what to send back. But if you don't get an email from us, send us this. We will send out to the group about the world tour. I will check on the Czech and Polish language. I will check on the cloud, get some information over there, and a little bit more details about the licenses, so we are all on the same page. But if there's anything you don't get, please send me an email, or you send it to Christian X, if I would know. Christian, if hold on, I have his email right here, which you guys all know. Let me see 1 second. CHEC. And this is Christian. So you can send both of us an email. And if you need, like, for example, somebody's asking me about pharmaceutical industry, if you have a prospect, we are here to help you. Okay, if this is new to you, first of all, I would like really check out the world tour, get familiar with it. We have a lot of YouTube videos. Get familiar with it. I went in a very broad overview. Mine was very broad because there's so much to it. But we have e-learning. I would suggest join a world tour session. I think we have some actually coming up in Europe. I gotta check the schedule myself. We send you the link. And if you have a prospect and you need a demo, we don't expect you to do it right away, but we will help you with the demo. So we can kind of go over. Of course, we want you to be involved in it for the future demos. Does that make sense? Any other questions? Christian, I'm going to unmute you. I think I have. Are you still here? Yes, he is. Christian?
Rosie, can you hear me?
Yes, now, but I'm sorry.
Yes, now I'm here. Wow, I was trying to speak since 5 minutes or so, but I was not able to unmute myself. Sorry for that.
I never let you speak. You know me, no, because I had to unmute you. I'm so sorry, Christian.
I was sitting here at my desk and trying to cry, but I was not able to. No. But in the meantime, you covered most of the topics, so I'm more than happy to help. You please check out the World Tour series. There will be one on a short notice in Germany. Unfortunately, it will be a German language, but we will coordinate something also in English language too. Correct. You mentioned the World Tour, so pricing is available also in our portal. I can send you the individual price lists per country later on. Please send me a short email for that, because we have different downlift factors for different countries. So I can tell you the standard European German price for a WMS user is, without any kind of discounts or whatever, 2,500 euro per user. So that's it. Yeah, but as I said, right? There are downlift professional user, absolutely. Only to give you a rough indication of what that means, and then we have for the East European countries some downlift factors and so on, but not everything will be explained here in the call right now. No, but I'm more than happy to follow up and send more information directly after if needed.
Perfect. Thank you, Christian, because the pricing, I don't know it all in Europe. But as I said, please write Christian an email. And if you guys are really interested in an English, if we have to do a world tour, Christian can make it happen that we might do one in English. We gotta have enough sign up. But if this is something you're looking at, I would say go for it, dive into it. It's great. You will. It's a great product. And as I said, we are here to help you. We are here to help you and support you till you get rolling. Any other questions?
Rosie, I'm not sure if the lines are open for all the others. I'm not sure if I was struggling, if I was the only one who struggled finally to unmute.
I have them unmuted. They did type me. They typed me. I have questions here. Yeah.
Okay.
I have Marcy 3 times here. Any other? No, she muted herself or himself. Any other questions? If you read a type in, please type in. Other than that, I would say write to us the questions. I'm sure there's more coming up. You have our 100% commitment to give you what you need, to support you what you need. And then I guess we go from there. And if you need another, like say, another demo, if you want us have another topic you would like to cover, I didn't cover, it was very broad, please let Christian know. Please let Christian know. We'll make it happen. Anything else?
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Rosie.
I gotta pull up the slide. Cool. Here is our information. You know Christian, he's in Germany, based in Germany. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you did enjoy it. I definitely did. And as I said, you have our information, and anything we can do for you, Christian will follow up with you anyway. Let us know. Okay.
Perfect. Thanks,
Rosie. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.